guys, and welcome to Flashback. It's been an epic year of EU LCS action so far, featuring massive upsets and godlike outplays. If you missed it, no worries, we'll get you caught up all the way just in time for the start of Summer Split. So without further ado, let's take a trip back in time and show you what made Spring Split one of the best the EU LCS has ever seen. With new faces and every squad making roster changes, the start of the 2018 Spring Split was full of question marks. In Week 1, Schalke's support Vander had to step up to the plate when their ADC upset was sick, and absolutely destroyed with Varus.
He shoots up the arrow!
Vander, the AD carry, God!
And H2K pulled out a win early against Fnatic when new rookie Sheriff put his name on the map with an outplay against Reckless.
So here comes Sheriff, and he is taunting him some outlaws. Sheriff gets one, GA pop.
But by the end of Week 2, Team Vitality was showing that they were here to stay. Led by their standout rookie mid laner Jizuke, Vitality was crushing matchups and impressing with creative shot calling and smooth teamfighting. The team's success ignited the jungle rivalry between Gilius and Misfits Maxlore.
I think Maxlore got a bit delusional after qualifying to Worlds. The popularity really got into his head.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about. It's Gilius talking, let's be real, okay?
Misfits Maxlore made it his mission to outsmite every Baron. But Vitality weren't the only ones making moves, as Rocket had a star rookie of their own with playmaking support Norskarin, whose dabs were just as clean as his Braum. Yet the most surprising development of all was defending champs G2 Esports, sputtering to a 1-3 start while Underdog's Giants were sailing ahead 3-1.
That's a great Megadol from Ruin! Sets up Betsy and Steel back to knock them down!
G2 fans started to question whether their new squad would be able to hold up against G2's storied legacy. As we came up on the midpoint of the split, the pecking order was still shaking out. But G2 finally started to pull it together, and in just a few short weeks, King Perks got them back on track to bring them near the top of the standings, where they would join Upstart's Vitality.
We've got the longest game of the split, and Mini Truebax is looking to do it all alone! Oh, I can't believe it!
A rock-solid Splice squad.
He's going to try and turn it back around. Hexing Ultimatum comes down and Steelback's down! Oh no, looking for the 2v1 outplay! Can he jump onto Ruin as well? The cannon barrage, the jump, the Odo! Get dunked!
And the dominant Fnatic.
Cancelled out the end as Cold is now running in. Reckless leaks forward, he's going to try to kill Samix. He is going to grab one back, leaps right back out. That's the double!
But the top of the table wasn't the only place with tons of action, and teams in the middle and bottom were still battling it out to earn hard-fought wins.
Ruin goes down! What is this? Oh my god, H2K, that is beautiful!
This meant nobody was safe, and whether his plays like Mickey X's Baron steal,
Mickey steals the Baron somehow!
UL's mid-split 5-game win streak and Exile's unofficial pentakill,
Now moving forward against the shutdown.
or H2K's massive comebacks from the brink of defeat,
H2K have turned this one around to Really?
it felt like it was always anyone's ball game, which put the league on upset alert and made every game count. So, with upsets around every corner, it was only fitting that all the teams were still in contention for playoffs on the wild last weekend of the regular split. Even teams like H2K and Unicorns of Love, who started off 1-8, had a chance to gain the last remaining playoff spots. It was an intense couple of days that were packed full of meaningful games, tense moments,
But Mini Trueback, the Portuguese sniper, is going to run them down!
and crazy plays as the teams fought to decide their fates and see who would be punching their tickets to playoffs.
Joko, Joko, no, killed by a dead man!
But after the dust settled, it was Fnatic, G2, Splice, Vitality, Rocket, and the unlikely H2K who survived the regular season to make it to playoffs. The quarterfinals kicked off with underdogs Rocket taking on Splice. Unfortunately for Rocket, they ran into Niski, who was out for blood, and to silence his critics as he single-handedly smashed Blank and company for a commanding 3-0 stomp.
Down goes the Anivia, and they don't even need to worry about breaking the base because they have broken the backs of Team Rocket.
It was a much closer affair when Vitality went heads up against Comeback Kings H2K for the 4th and final spot in semifinals. Both teams battled back and forth to take control of the series, and after 4 hotly contested games, we queued up Silver Scrapes for Game 5, where Vitality's rookies proved that they were up to the test and ready for the semifinals. First up on semi-finals weekend was reigning European kings G2 facing off against Splice. Splice struck first with a huge comeback win to kick off the series.
Flashes in, the kill, coming, the carries, they come huge!
But game 1 was just a warm-up for Hjarnan and G2, as they rattled off 3 straight wins to take the series and give themselves a chance to defend their EU LCS crown.
Hjarnan, the carry on the backline takes out 2, the Baron goes for Cobb instead! Hjarnan pulled in, it's a curtain call for Splice!
After that, it was Fnatic looking to shut down rookie-led Vitality. Even though they were forced to sub Bwipo in for their injured top laner Soaz, Fnatic barely missed a beat. They tore through Vitality for a 3-1 series win and set up a finals date with G2.
Secured shortly, flash out, yes! It's not going to be secured! Broxah wins the smite fight! Vitality are getting wrecked!
After months of tough competition, it all came down to a clash of the old guard versus the new between G2 Esports and Fnatic in the finals. As it turned out, old dogs can learn new tricks, and Reckless went to work, demolishing G2's title dreams with not one,
He's gonna kill it! That's the penta!
Going forward, the pentakill!
but 2 pentakills that sealed the deal for Fnatic and slammed the book closed on what was one of the most exciting EU LCS splits we've ever seen. And now you're caught up with everything that happened in the 2018 EU LCS Spring Split. The Summer Split is right around the corner, and if spring is any indication, it's going to be one wild ride to the finals in Madrid. You can catch all of the action on eu.lolesports.com starting on June 15th. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in Berlin.